Right. Hi Aaron, I'm Dom. I'm from the UK and I'm 17 and I've been skating for about a year now, and I need help with my kickflips. When I do the trick, what happens is I can get the flip round, I land sort of like this. I either land like that, it just pops up like that and I fall off, or I land right on the edge and it rolls. Or sometimes I just flick a little bit too hard and I think it spins out a bit. So I'll show you stuff I can do and then I'll show you my kickflip.
Hey man, so thank you a ton for sending in your video. I really do appreciate it, and I think your camo grip tape is the bomb. I also really like your shoes. They're like soccer shoes, but they're skateboard shoes, but they're sick. Cool, so let's check out this kickflip. So first thing, just as a note, is you should get those previous tricks down a little better. Like you did have them, but make sure you master them. So every time you skate, I want you to do ollie, frontside 180, backside 180, pop shove, front shove. So make sure you get all those down. They will really help. Cool. Then the kickflip. Let's see what we got it.
Hope you can help me. Thanks very much.
Okay, cool. So your foot position is a lot different than I have it. And let's look at your flick. Your flick is great. So very good job in doing a good flick. I can actually tell. I just can look at your shoes and tell that you're doing a good flick because your shoes are worn in the correct spot, and that's very important. Cool. So it's interesting. You're almost like, when you do the flick, you're kicking the board away from you and just putting it too far in front of you, and then you're trying to compensate for that by bringing your back foot forward, and then it puts you into this position where you're trying to land with your feet almost together, which is not going to work. I want you to change your foot position. So your front foot is back pretty far. It's almost halfway down the board. And look at where my foot position is. It's right up near those top bolts. So stand still. Practice this right here. Stand completely still with all your weight on your back foot and just practice that flick right there. Just over and over and over and over and over. Now I'm not trying to correct the way you flick, because you do flick correctly. It is good, and I want to say very well done for flicking up. But I want to correct the foot position, because I believe that with your foot back so far and then you're dragging your toe up really far, that's what's causing the board to get away from you. So if you put your front foot up there more towards the bottom bolts of the front truck and then you pop it, there's less room for your foot to drag. I think that your flick is good enough to where you're still going to spin the board around the full rotation, but I just think that it's going to keep the board more underneath you. So in these kind of things, the only thing you can really do is give it a shot and see what works best for you. But yeah, because what you are trying to fix, and you have to also know, it's another good point, is you also have to know what you're trying to fix. Which a lot of times when you film yourself, you can isolate like one thing that you're doing wrong or two things, but I want to make sure you guys only concentrate on correcting one thing in your skateboarding at one time. So for example, for you, the one thing I want you to correct on your kickflips is I want you to practice getting them more underneath you. So if I were you, I would practice with the front foot in the position that I said, but then I would just pop the board, step off on purpose with my back foot, and then flick the front foot forward and try your best to make it do the full kickflip rotation, but still stay really close to your feet. If you guys watch the Today I Learned videos, I think those are really good for a couple of reasons. A, they kind of show the struggle you can go through to learn new tricks, but B, they also show the steps that I take. Like I will always really like practice spinning the board and stepping off with one foot just to get the hang of it. It's super important. Cool, so for any of you guys looking to master the basics of skateboarding and get these tricks down for good, forever, for real, get Skateboarding Made Simple. It is built in such a way that there's always something to practice. You're never going to be stuck. So get the video and master your basics. Thanks for your support.